This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
A Raja will be grilled for 3 more days as CBI gets an extension of custody. Balwa will stay in CBI custody for 4 more days. Jayalalitha gets 63 couples married but does not talk of her party's marriage with other parties ahead of the polls. Attacks the DMK and the UPA.
ஒரே ஒரு மத்திய துறையின் வாயிலாக மட்டும் பல லட்சம் கோடி ரூபாயை ஒரு சில ஆண்டுகளில் கொள்ளையடித்திருக்கிறது.
DMK rule is under fire ahead of the polls. Vijaykanth props up dying units issue. Left comes to the aid with the textile industry slams the government over cotton exports. After 7 days, the chief minister finally agrees to meet the striking milk producers. Hike in prices is the foremost demand. Constable complains of workload, shoots himself to commit suicide. The flora and the fauna in the Vet Sciences campus could be ploughed out by the Chennai Metro Rail. A special story on the controversies surrounding around the Chennai Metro. It's not just the Lady of Justice who has blindfolded herself in courts. Meet this barrister who spreads light even as he always remains in the dark. After embarrassing the mighty Aussies, men in blue look to take on the fierce Maoris from New Zealand in Singara, Chennai. Well, a very good evening and welcome to News Tonight with me, Ashmit Kumar. Let's have a look at stories coming in from across the country. A big relief for the BJP government in Karnataka as High Court upholds suspension of 5 independent MLAs. End singer Rahat Fateh Ali Khan's protective custody immediately, Pakistan Foreign Secretary Salman Bashir tells India. A 24-year-old is killed by her parents in Agra, all because she was in love with a different boy from a different community. Market regulator SEBI probes if the stock market was again manipulated. The indices are up by almost 3%. Surprise wins, major upsets and Lady Gaga in an egg. The highlights from this year's Grammy Awards. Well, starting first with the top story, Raja now finds himself firmly within the grasp of the CBI. The investigating agency has been granted 3 more days of custody for former Telecom Minister A. Raja. Now, the court has also allowed the CBI to question Shahid Balwa for 4 more days. And adding insult to injury, the CBI will also be slapping charges of cheating and forgery in the FIR. The CBI had told the court that they need more time to pin down Raja on how he favored certain telecom companies in getting 2G licenses while rejecting other bids that caused a loss of nearly 22,000 crore rupees. Now, the agency told the court that both are highly influential persons and there's every possibility that they will tamper with records and try to win over vital witnesses. Well, and moving over to tensions coming in from the opposition, here the marriages of Aam Aadmi sanctified by political leaders often turns into a stage for political posturing. Now, it was no different when the Queen Bee presided over the free wedding of 63 couples. This was organized by the AIADMK ahead of Amma's 63rd birthday on February 24th. And although the knots were tied on Valentine's Day when Jaya spoke, there was no love in the air. Take a look. Even as the formation of alliances for the upcoming assembly elections is still at negotiation stage, the arch rivals in the state politics convert every single event into a political campaign. Speaking at the free wedding of 63 couples to mark her 63rd birthday, Jayalalitha harped on the 2G spectrum issue and the dynasty politics in the state.
1,80,000 கோடி ரூபாய் ஊழல் என்று படித்து புரிந்து கொள்வதற்கு முன் 2 லட்சம் கோடி ரூபாய்க்கு மற்றொரு ஊழல் வந்து நிற்கிறது. ஒரு கட்சி ஒரே ஒரு மத்திய துறையின் வாயிலாக மட்டும் பல லட்சம் கோடி ரூபாயை ஒரு சில ஆண்டுகளில் கொள்ளையடித்திருக்கிறது. இந்த பணம் எல்லாம் தீய சக்தியின் குடும்ப உறுப்பினர்கள் பெயரில் வெளிநாடுகளில் பதுக்கப்பட்டு இருக்கிறது. பல குற்ற செயல்களுக்கும் சீர்கேடுகளுக்கும் காரணமாகி இருக்கிறது.
Meanwhile, for the 63 couples handpicked by various office bearers of the AIADMK, it was better than a marriage made in heaven. Each newlywed took home goodies worth 85,000 rupees, courtesy of the Jayalalitha Forum, a wing of the AIADMK led by former Minister Nainar Nagendran. The AIADMK, which criticizes the DMK's freebies, is not exactly shy when it comes to conducting free weddings.
திரும்ப பற்றி செய்தி ஒரு மாதத்துக்கு முன்னாடி வந்துச்சுங்க. அப்புறம் இன்னைக்குன்னு பார்த்தா ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்குது. நான் வாழ்க்கையில் இந்த மாதிரி நடக்கும்னு எதிர்பார்க்கல.
AIADMK Supremo Jayalalitha's attempts to reach out to the electorate through different welfare measures may not match the magnitude of the ruling DMK's freebies to the electorate. It will be a few months before the impact of her goodwill measures is known. In Chennai, with Peer Mohammed, this is Ashmit Kumar for NDTV Hindu. And while the incumbents seem to be on the receiving end from all quarters on a range of issues, after Amma's spectrum scam charges, DMDK chief Vijaykanth came down hard on the government, taking up the cause of the dying units in Tirupur. Now, Vijaykanth alleged that the government had failed to lend any assistance to 4.5 lakh workers who are employed by these units. Now, in January, Madras High Court had ordered the closure of these units, citing their failure to comply with environmental norms. Now, Captain alleged that inaction and apathy by the government has resulted in this order. He also claimed that the government was creating a divide between the dying unit workers and farmers. He has announced protests in Tirupur on Friday. Well, political reactions coming in on another sensitive issue. Now, again, this has been the decision on whether or not to export cotton. The CPM raised the ante against the exports and demanded a ban on exporting waste cotton. Now, the left argue that exporting waste cotton creates shortages, which leads to rising prices, hurting the textile industry. Meanwhile, power looms have been shut down for 2 days now, protesting the exports. Well, the state can heave a sigh of relief now. The Milk Producers Union has finally withdrawn the strike. Today was day 8 of their protests. Now, the producers have been demanding an increase in procurement price from 15 rupees a litre to 22 rupees a litre. After remaining a mute spectator for 7 days, the Chief Minister has finally invited the Tamil Nadu Milk Producers Welfare Association for talks. Now, this is scheduled to take place tomorrow. This is the first time that the Chief Minister has come out and addressed the issue. But on the other hand, the AIADMK Supremo was quick to criticize the government. She has said that the strike was justified and that the government was being lethargic. And here's a disturbing tale coming in from one of the districts. Anand Raj, head constable of Armed Reserve Police, committed suicide by shooting himself with a service revolver. Again, 45-year-old Anand, normally on a personal security detail for visiting VIPs, had complained about heavy workload this afternoon to his wife and said that he was feeling suicidal. At 5:30 in the evening, he shot himself. Now, Trichy DC Rupesh Kumar Meena visited the site and is conducting an inquiry into the incident. Anand Raj is survived by his wife and 2 small children.
இல்லை அங்கிள், அப்பா வீட்டில் வந்து தண்ணி சாப்பிட்டு வந்தாங்க. வந்து வெளில எங்கேயோ பிஸ்டல் ஒப்படைக்க போகிறேன்னு போய் சொன்னாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் பிஸ்டல் ஒப்படைக்கிறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு மறுபடியும் நாங்கள் கூப்பிட்டு வந்துட்டோம். வேறு இடத்துக்கு போனதுனால கூப்பிட்டு வந்துட்டோம். மறுபடியும் அப்பா வந்து பிஸ்டல் ஃபஸ்ட்டு லோட் பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் இறக்கி வச்சுட்டோம். மறுபடியும் எல்லாத்தையும் கழட்டி வச்சுட்டு மறுபடியும் லோட் பண்ணி கையை வச்சுட்டு லோட் பண்ணிட்டு எடுக்கிறதுக்குள்ளே டக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க.
Back in the city, on the one hand, these are heritage buildings dating back a century, and on the other, this is where our lawyers work. And yet, the Magistrates Court in Georgetown are a perfect example of neglect. The Chief Justice of the Madras High Court pulled up the government and said that he wants things to be top shape within 2 weeks. Peer Mohammed brings us this report.
Men's toilet and the library in the premises of Georgetown Metropolitan Magistrate Court. Poor hygiene, lack of furniture at this over a century-old court moved the Chief Justice of Madras High Court to make some sharp observations, which did not go down well with the DMK Law Minister Durai Murugan. The 3-judge bench, including Chief Justice, had taken the case suo motu and made these observations. On Monday, the court reiterated the points made earlier.
Wilson submitted the report admitting the entire statement inspection report of Honorable Chief Justice, and given an undertaking that it will be the first model court. They are going to renovate that building, and this will be the first model court. He kept the public interest litigation live He posted the matter on February 20th. He wants the entire thing should be made ready by 2 weeks.
The surprise visit of the Chief Justice has made all the difference. Though the government reacted defending its measures, the admission of its guilt in the High Court is an indication that a lot needs to be done to improve the conditions in the lower judiciary.
தலைமை நீதிபதி அவர்கள் யாருக்கும் தெரியாமல் காலையில் 9:45 மணிக்கே கோர்ட் வளாகத்துக்கு வந்து பல இடங்களை சோதனை செய்தார். கோர்ட் ஹால், வக்கீல்கள் ரூமு மற்றும் பாத்ரூம் மற்ற அடிப்படை வசதிகள் எல்லாம் அனைத்தையும் சுற்றி பார்த்தார். அவர் இங்கே இருக்கிற நிலைமைகளை எங்களிடம் கேட்டு, இந்த நிலைமையில் நீங்கள் எப்படி பிராக்டிஸ் செய்து கொண்டு இருக்கிறீர்கள், இது சம்பந்தமாக நீங்கள் ஏதாவது மேலிடத்துக்கு சொன்னீர்களா என்று கேட்டார்கள். நாங்கள் ஏற்கனவே பல பேரிடம் சொன்னோம், ஆனால் இதுவரும் எந்த நடவடிக்கையும் எடுக்கவில்லை என்று சொன்னார்.
Chief Justice M.Y. Iqbal has almost made it a mission when he said that his inspection of the subordinate judiciary would continue. He has also ordered the setting up of a committee comprising Registrar General of Madras High Court, Home Secretary and Chief Engineer of Public Works Department to monitor the need for infrastructure in the judiciary. This is a big relief for the lower judiciary in the state. In Chennai, with reporter Peer Mohammed, Lokpriya, NDTV Hindu.
Well, it will be some time before judges and lawyers at Georgetown Court smile, but then smiles did return on the Lal Street after the bloodbath this afternoon. The Sensex staged a smart bounce back. Again, more details on the other side.